While a majority of Americans say they have confidence that their ballots for president will be accurately cast and counted in this election, among Republicans, that faith is staggeringly low. Fewer than a third trust the process. That's according to Gallup. Tonight in our Prime Focus, our Devin Dwyer takes a closer look at how a movement of election skeptics has mobilized to monitor the polls and what it could mean for a brewing fight over the results.
For some, a preemptive denial that the 20 from this movement of election skeptics has sprung a wave of grassroots volunteers purporting to protect the vote.
Their presence alone is to someone, you could say it's kind of a deterrence because everybody knows somebody's watching.
Jeff Fuller, a retired Army Special Forces officer, organizes Republican poll watchers in Prince William County, Virginia.
I guess you could call me a 2020 election denier, in the sense that I thought it was ridiculous, the things that happened.
I mean, 60 courts didn't find it. You had Bill Barr, you had,
I understand
all these guys.
The court cases don't persuade me, basically.
But what evidence did you see?
The polls closing, stopping counting in Atlanta, in the swing states, heavily Democrat-centered. They stopped counting all at the same time across the country for 3-4 hours. While they do what?
Claims of an election conspiracy in Georgia and other states have long since been debunked, often by Republican state election officials. Still, Fuller believes the process needs even greater transparency, regularly pressing the Board of Elections for independent poll watchers to observe every step.
I think you got to weigh heavy on the transparency question because that's what generates a lot of these conspiracy theories and who could have done what to who and so forth.
The Republican National Committee says it signed up more than 100,000 volunteer poll watchers, poll workers, and lawyers to prevent fraud.
And what do poll watchers actually do? What are they looking for?
Is a voter, when he comes in, is he asked his name and address? Does he give his name and address? Can the poll watcher hear that and observe that dialogue? A lot of it is common sense. If you see something that doesn't make sense, you can ask a question about it.
Have you seen any evidence of fraud so far? I mean,
No.
You've been out watching.
No.
Poll watchers, part of American elections for generations, are appointed by both major parties. They observe how ballots are cast, handled, and counted, and they report irregularities to party lawyers.
Poll watchers can provide transparency, they can raise issues that poll workers might not see as they deal with all sorts of other busy jobs on election day. But
Jeff Fuller says he doesn't condone violence, but he insists an army of poll watchers looking over their shoulder is the only way to build back trust.
I'm a partisan Republican, but I don't buy threatening anybody or doing anything that is going to cause anybody to fear for their life.
Democrats keep saying that what you're doing and that what Republicans are doing with the 175,000 is vigilantism.
Yeah.
That these are vigilantes.
Yeah. Well, I can understand why they would say that, but it's not true. It's not true.
As for others in the sea of doubt about the integrity of the vote, getting involved and watching the polls is their key to peace of mind.
We are certainly all looking for some peace of mind this election season. Our